And now let's meet our first inductee.
RoySFord played high school basketball for the legendary two-time National Coach of the Year, Ralph Tasker, in Hobbs, New Mexico. He served as co-captain of the 1966 undefeated state championship basketball team that recorded an overall mark of 28-0. During the district and state playoffs, he averaged 18.8 points per game and was named MVP of both his team and the New Mexico All-Star Game.
You know, Roy hasn't really changed a whole lot. He was always a very, very outgoing, enthusiastic person. He was just a person who was extremely friendly to everyone and really enthusiastic about what he was doing. And clearly, on the basketball court, definitely a team player.
Ford attended the University of North Texas before transferring to the University of Corpus Christi in January 1969 to play for Coach Ray Smith. Prior to Ford's arrival, the team had a record of 1-11. During his playing time that year, the Tarpons won 11 of 12 games and advanced to the NAIA National Tournament for the first time in program history. Ford averaged 15.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game. He received the Top Playmaker Award and was listed as one of the outstanding college athletes of America in 1970. Additionally, he was selected by the UCC student body as Mr. University of Corpus Christi and graduated with a bachelor's degree in business in 1971. Ford went on to earn a master's degree in education, became a teacher, and was a school principal for 20 years. He retired in 2002 as an assistant superintendent of schools, and then in 2011 was selected as the distinguished alumnus for Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. Ford is a member of the National Alumni Board, is a yearly contributor to the Islander Athletic Fund, and serves as president of the Islanders Alumni Chapter in Houston. He and his wife Dee have 2 sons along with Roy's 3 other children, and he has been blessed with a total of 6 grandchildren.
He's been such an inspiration for the Alumni Association. He's been such a hard worker in trying to keep people involved, particularly in the Houston area where he lives. Roy, if there was ever anybody who deserved this honor, you're it, man. So I love you, and I congratulate you with all my heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Attendant, RoySFord. First of all, I'm not long-winded. I want to thank a lot of people. First of all, I want to thank God, O.B. Garcia, and Cheryl Henry for nominating me for this honor. It's just marvelous. Thanks, Gary, for the introduction, my classmate there. At my table, I have my family. Family, would you raise your hand on that? My family's here. I got a huge surprise. 3 members of my greeting team at Woodlands Church surprised to show up today. Jillian, Davis, and Bryce. Would y'all stand up back there? A church member. Those guys are the best greeters in the world. Also at our table, we have a scholarship recipient for the University, for the Texas A&M Houston chapter. Our scholarship recipient is Ashley. How many sons? Ashley, would you please stand? Dean, stay up, son. I'm not through yet, baby. Dean Sanders is one of his very best. Ashley is graduating in May with a 3.97 average. Thank you, Ashley. All our Houston alumni family, please stand. Houston alumni that came to support me. All right. Special salute to the Howard Thompson family. A great alumni. Great alumni. Okay. This is a small island, but it's produced a continent of achievers and leaders. What did I learn while I was here? Okay, the first thing I learned to adjust in the role you have to play. No matter if I was a teacher or a principal, I gave each one of those roles all of my passion, all of my integrity. How did I learn that? When I came to here to college, I was a shooting guard, which meant every time I got the ball, I shot it. I shot it, I shot it. Coach Smith said, you go now be the point guard. And you go set everybody else up. It was quite a transition for me. One game on, I was tearing up at halftime. I was hitting everything, I was shooting it, and then halftime hadn't come. I had a bunch of points. Coach Smith called me over, Jimmy, go in there and get Roy, bring him over here. Roy, come on, sit right beside me. And Coach Smith never screamed or hollered. He said, now Roy, you're no longer a shooting guard. You're now a point guard. Work that ball in the Dennis and Robert and see it. Then if it comes back to you, then you can shoot it. Now, if you can't do that, you go sit there beside me. The second half, I didn't shoot the ball at all. So I got my job as point guard. We won the game. I ended up with the same 16 points I had at halftime. Now, this one is a real good thing I learned at university. No sips of hard liquor. Now, y'all know what I'm talking about, don't you? How did I learn that? One weekend, a roommate and I, we kind of bored, so, we all got these little, how you doing, voices? So we go to the drive-in liquor store and say, hey, Anthony, give me a bottle of that Old Crow. He said, what size you want? I don't know. What size you got? He said, half a pint. So he gets the half a pint. And in those days, we were back to school, you could not be drinking in the dormitories. So we didn't. We went outside and walked around. We went down by the hotel where the apartment complexes are. And since we had Old Crow and we were good roommates, I'll take a drink. I said, come on. He'll take a drink, he'll say, go. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this crane come up by 6 feet tall. So I slapping the wings at her. We took off running. We threw the bottle of Old Crow down. I don't drink hard liquor anymore. The other thing I learned, these things I learned, help me in life. Help others as I've been helped. Brings tears to my eyes. I think about all the people who helped me in my career, in my life. One of the first persons was Dr. Kenneth A. Maroney. He's the president of the university at the time. And the senior year I graduated, it was bad for business. He put me in his old hoopty car. We went down on Upper Broadway, all the financial institute. He took me all the big shots, and said, now if you don't hire RoySFord, your company gonna be bad. We went to about the 5 companies, and they said, Doc, it's a bad year for business, and we're not hiring. So Dr. Maroney, in his old way, says, well, don't worry about it, we're gonna get something. A couple weeks later, he called me, he said, you going to graduate school? I said, I am, I was smart enough to go to graduate school. He said, the University of Houston is coming by, and they have an internship program. You get your master's degree, and the same salary as a first-year teacher. I said, bring it on. Okay. Move forward to the end of the year. We had our senior lead-off at Miss Glasscott's house. The building of the Glasscott Success Center is named after. She had this huge mansion. I mean, the whole class would get it in. And we talked a little bit. We talked about what we're doing and so on and so on. And as I was getting ready to leave, Miss Glasscott said, Roy, here's my card. I know you told me you get married. I can't make it, but here, I'm gonna send you a wedding gift. Okay. I relieve the party. On the way out, Mr. McKenzie, Volkswagen, we're walking out, and he says, you going to Houston? Huh? I said, yeah. How you going? I said, I'm going in my car. He said, where is it? He said, I said, it is right there. He said, what's that? I said, well, let me tell you what my car looked like. We had a hurricane. The wind had blown the back window out. I had taped plastic over the back window. Rust that got over the driver's side. So I went to the hardware store and got some spray paint. And it was a different color. So Mr. McKenzie says, he didn't know me from anybody. He never seen me play ball. All he knew was I was just a guy trying to make it in life. He said, tell you what, I'm the president of the Chamber of Commerce. You cannot go to Houston representing Corpus Christi. I said, yes, sir. He said, when you get ready to go out and tell my manager, you get a car. He said, oh yeah. Take that piece of junk, park in the back in your collision. Don't park in the front, you run all my customers away. Now, this is why I need audience participation. If y'all all stand, I need some audience participation. Stand up for a second, rest yourself. I'm not going to be long. For those you won't be in the movie, my son is a movie maker among many things. So he's taking this. You got a line, I have a line. Y'all going to be Mr. McKenzie, I'm going to be RoySFord. And I'm going to come out, I'm going to say, my car is over there. And you say, what? What kind of car is that? I said, it's a bird. And then he says, it doesn't look like a bird. That's what he told me. I tried to get the royalties on that, they wouldn't give it to me. So we're going to do a practice, and we'll do the final cut. Some of y'all make the cut and won't get in the movies, but here we go. You are Mr. McKenzie, you will say, what kind of car is that? I'll say, a bird. And you say, don't look like a bird. Okay? That's my car. What kind of car is that? That's a bird. Oh, y'all practice real good. Round cut. One more time. Here we go. That's my car over there. What kind of car is that? Oh, y'all good. It's a bird. That's exactly what he told me. Thank you very much. Miss Glasscott, on the other hand, she sent us, after our wedding, we was in a party with this huge box. A while I was back in the back doing something, and I opened it up, and I said, something, Miss Glasscott. I said, she sent us towels, a whole towel that's soft, that's luxurious. I said, but they made a mistake. She said, what? I said, they put the initials on there, but they put the wrong initials. My initials is RLL, and they put YSL. But why I said, fool, that's E. St. Laurent. That hasn't changed. When I say hasn't changed, people always say, because Dr. Killaroo, Ms. Killaroo, Dr. Hill's office, they're letting people, and we try to build this chapter in Houston, they've helped us all. So I thank them for that. Now to basketball. A couple lines on basketball. My coach gave me a scholarship without even seeing me play. He didn't see any film. He didn't recruit me. And I was too nervous to ask him why he did it. So 40 years later, in 2010, Coach Smith was here. And I said, Coach, why did you give me a scholarship without seeing me play? He said, I'll call you a high school coach. He said you were a leader. I'll call you a former college coach. He said you were a leader. I said, what? I expected that from my high school coach, from my college coach, I didn't expect that. So they gave me a scholarship in faith. But the athletic director, Dr. Rob Maroney, had told me, he said, I was against that. I didn't want any transfer students because they're crazy. I came in and turned that program around. We were the first team to use the field house. and they just freshly painted. It's brown. It mixes in now. Went to Kansas City. We're just in awe. Like the kid in New York City. Guess who was our banquet speaker? The great Jesse Owens. And we like, I didn't know what he said. This is God will remember for me. We were right there with history, and we excited about it. They canceled school for 2 days. What's going to cancel school? It's approximately they canceled school so the kids could drive to Kansas City. Now Gary know about this. We had a friend who has an orange Volkswagen. He and about 5 guys packed in that Volkswagen with their sleeping bags and drove to Kansas City. And none of us had any money. So whenever we were on the road, they followed and said, okay, we're going to be staying at this hotel. So y'all come on in, y'all sleep on the floor. So the students would come in and sleep on the floor in our rooms because we couldn't. That was kind of family we were. We were only a school of 600. So we just closed. The old folks in church used to say, give me my flowers while I yet live. I want to thank you for honoring me in this way and for giving me these flowers. So, Roy, you still drive a Buick?